What's up guys, it's me, Lego Paradise here, and today I'm going to show you how to build this lockable Lego vault door featuring a working combination lock. At the moment the door is locked and will remain sealed shut until we enter the correct combination. So first let's try it with a fake code, so 10 and then 2 for example. You'll see that the door stays locked. So now let's try the real one, which is 10 and then 6, and as soon as we enter both numbers, you'll see that the door unlocks and allows us to reveal all of the valuables inside. And seeing as this is a bank vault, this includes lots of gold bars and money. And as soon as we're done accessing the contents of the vault, we can swing the door back into place and then spin the combination around to randomize the numbers, and the door locks back in place, making it nice and safe and secure. And it's also the perfect size for minifigures, who can also open it up. From here we can get a better look at the realistic combination lock mechanism that makes up the locking part of the vault door. And this includes 2 discs which each can be independently aligned before the latch on the top drops down and unlocks the vault door. And let's take a look at that from here. So you can see when it's unlocked, the latch falls down, and then if we randomize the combination, the discs inside push it back up again, which locks the door into place inside the frame. And this is a really smooth and reliable mechanism. Plus when the vault door is shut, it sits nice and flush against the wall. It's so secure, no one's going to be breaking into your bank vault. Well, at least through the front door. So let's take a look at how to build it. I've used a few rare pieces for this build, so I'll leave some links in the description to where you can find the more specialised pieces. We'll begin by building the vault door itself, and we'll start by building the front. So this will use 4 of these silver quarter tile pieces, and just join them together on 3 sides with a 2x2 round plate. And that's very important that it's round, so everything will fit together. So this will create a nice metallic frame that will go around the edge of the door. So join 3 of those plates to 3 of the joins and make sure they're nice and straight in the middle. And then on this last bit here, you can attach some of these 1x2 plates with the clips on the end. That will provide the hinge where you can clip the door onto. And also take one of these rounded 1x2 plates and just place that over on the top. And then in between each of these gaps, here's where you can take these pieces. And these are some little modified bar pieces, just these ones, and just clip them facing inwards on all 4 of these spaces in the middle. And what this will allow you to do is basically mirror this design for the other side and attach even more of these curved panels. And that way it's just a really neat and more interesting design visually for the inside. So once you've got all 4 of those attached, just take your other curved quarter tiles and you can finish that whole design off. And you'll see that's why you need a curved one for there, so that that other quarter tile will fit in there, just because it's got a little bit of an arch on the inside. And you might need to just straighten out these edges and get them to match up and make a full 8x8 circle. And we can put that away while we build the next sub-assembly, which is the little lock mechanism. So this will use these Technic discs, and these are going to be slightly different. So you're going to want to follow this pattern with 4 studs on opposite sides, like this. Make sure they're nice and secure inside these 3x3 discs. Then on the bottom bit, attach one of these half Technic pins with a stud attachment on the end, and a small Technic tube that can go just on the bottom. Then it's very important, you're going to need to slightly differ the second one. So instead of all of these 4 studs being equal, you have 2 studs here, then 1 on the top, and another one on this side. And same thing at the bottom with this Technic pin. And the tube on the top. And basically the reason you want this one slightly different is so that when each of these discs turn around, if you turn this one in the correct direction, you'll see that that will end up with a gap on both sides, which is exactly what you want for the latch to fall through, which is very important to be able to lock it. So now let's take this first little disc and our satellite dish piece, and just hold them in place, and also attach a 2x2 round tile with the hole in the middle, and then you can slide a 3x3 disc, this cool printed design, and this Technic pin through just like this. So that'll give you somewhere to attach a small handle, and of course you can use whatever number system you want. You don't have to use this same printed piece, but I thought that's pretty cool for the numbers on the safe. And then just basically slide that all the way through, so you have basically a sandwich of different discs. And this is quite important, make sure you don't slide this too far towards this side. So just slide it in just a little bit, so you can still move it about just a tiny bit, maybe even a bit less than that. There you go, that's good, because that's very important, otherwise you're not going to be able to get that smooth turning motion as you enter the combination. So that's the first half of the lock mechanism complete. And the second half is also nice and simple, except this time it goes on the inside. So take this 2x2 plate with the hole on end and a 2x2 bracket, then secure them in place with a 2x2 slope, and for some decoration I've just added some 1x1 quarter tiles. They look pretty cool, like a nice flowing design. And then your 1x2 bracket, that bit can be clipped on the inside just like this. And here's where you'll want to put your second disc, so slide that through here, and this time use a 1x2 axle to attach that through the middle. Just like that. And a 1x1 Technic bush can go on end, so that should also spin nice and smoothly. And we're almost done with the mechanism. All that's left to do is the hatch, which will use this upside down Technic plate with the hole, and a 1x3 tile. Then this little 1x1 bracket can go on the end, and that's important for the height of the latch. You'll see what I mean when we assemble it. And then a 1x1 Technic pin with the stud attachment on this side, another round 2x2 plate over here, and a cleaver, one of the minifigure accessory cleavers, can go in there, and that works really great as a latch because it's the right width and it's also quite solid, and that's not going to get broken up or anything inside the lock. And now we're ready to take all of the parts of the door and assemble them. So let's grab that frame which we built earlier and the satellite dish piece, and this basically goes in the middle, but you see it has those small grooves, just 2 on each of the 4 sides. So just line them up with the studs on the inside, and that will look a little bit neater that way. And let's rotate that around so that's facing the correct direction, and clip that in place, and that should reinforce this whole door, make it really sturdy and nice and strong. Then you can take this little latch piece and clip that fairly loosely on here. Might be a good idea to just grab that and bring that out as far as you can so that falls down. There's no friction or anything like that. And then the last part can just go on this little attachment over here. And you'll need to raise the latch because it's unlikely that you would have got the right combination to start off with. And that's another thing, to change the combination, all you need to do is just change the order of those studs on these discs. So that's the actual vault door, but now we're going to need somewhere to attach it. And since the door is an 8x8 circle, we can use these special pieces which form the perfect shape that we're after. So this is quite simple, it's just basically building up a opening with an 8x8 space and including some 1x1 bricks with the clips on this side, and just some regular 1x1s and 1x2s on the right hand side. And this is more of a starting point that you can then go on to build on and expand on in your own creations, especially if you're building it into something like a bank. You can customize this and go ahead and build a full, complete vault like I did at the start of the video. So just keep on going until you've basically filled in all the spaces, and for the finishing touch, just attach a bar, and this is quite a long bar, a 1x7 one, but that can just be clipped in between those two clip pieces, and it should just be long enough to fit through. And then the last thing left to do is to join it all together. So that can be clipped in the middle of that bar, and then swing that shut, make sure that closes and is the right width and height for the opening. So you see that should seal completely shut on the top and the bottom. And then you can test out the combination. So if you just spin it around, and then that should be locked. And then if you built it the same as me, the default combination will be 10, which you're going to align with that line in the top. And then 6, just like at the start. And that should open it up and bring the latch down. And there you go, your working Lego vault door is complete. And it's ready to build into whatever structures that you want, such as the bank vault, which I showed at the start. And that's just one example of one of the designs which you can build with this working Lego vault door. So I hope you enjoyed building it, and if you did, then please give this video a like, let me know what you think of this design in the comments section, and subscribe to my channel for even more Lego creations. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are available. And if you're interested in building an even smaller working Lego combination lock, then check out my how to build a working Lego safe tutorial, which is perfect for smaller spaces and more compact buildings. A big thank you to all of my supporters on Patreon for helping to make my videos possible, and if you'd like to see your name here in the credits, as well as get access to exclusive videos and many other exciting benefits, then the link to join me on Patreon will be in the description below, and I'd really appreciate your support. I'll see you guys next time with more Lego creations, and thanks for watching.